Welcome back, Jeff Coed TV. Matt Coulter along with Christina Chambers. We just played one. We've got two to go. The opener was won by homestanding Hueytown by a score of 46-12 over Minor. Minor sticks around. They'll play back-to-back as we bring in the third team of our round robin, and that'll be the Jaguars of Northridge. So lots of girls flag football here on Jeff Coed TV. What do you think? We've got one down. It's been pretty fun.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Saw a lot of interceptions and a lot of competitiveness. And, this was Hueytown's first game of the season, and they came out looking pretty good. Minor and Hueytown are in the same region. Northridge is in Region 4, so they are in a different region. But when it's all said and done, there will be playoffs, and all that matters is who's going to make it to that state championship game, which a blue map is up for grabs in December. So
just as we get ready to kick this game off, I know what a blue map is, and most people do, but just describe it because it's so accurate on a trophy.
Oh, it is. It's when you win a state championship, that's what your coaches present to you. It's what they use as motivation. Who's going to hold up that trophy in whatever sport it may be? It's just that extra motivation. And now that girls flag football is sanctioned, you're going to see these girls out here fighting even more because they do want that blue map.
And it is a map, literally, of the state of Alabama, and that represents that you are the state champions. And they award that for all sports, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do. They sure do.
All right, captains at midfield. Northridge will be wearing the solid white with the, I call that North Carolina blue, but the lighter blue numerals as they take on Minor. Minor, you got to think they're probably not as winded because they only played 3 quarters, but you ought to think that maybe they're a little bit more fired up after what happened in game 1.
Yeah, and, this is what Coach Cameron Robinson had talked about. This is a great opportunity for our girls to play and then have to go back out there and make quick adjustments. So, Matt, this is what we're going to see here today. What kind of adjustments are they going to make from game 1 to game 2? Obviously, you're facing a different team and a Northridge team who has a record of 1-6 right now. But if you talk to head coach Clancy Bryant, he said, don't look at our record. He said, that's not really where we want to be. He said, we're really young. He said, so our record doesn't really reflect our talent. It kind of is what it is. So we'll see what they can do against a Northridge team who's pretty fresh. Minor has played 1 game already against a pretty talented Hueytown team. So we'll see what kind of adjustments they make. They don't have a big roster to sub a lot. A lot of these athletes are playing both sides of the ball. So we'll see what kind of rest they get and if that fatigue wears on them here in game 2.
Looks like Northridge will have the football. Quarterback is Alana Cornish. She is senior. There you see her lined up in the shotgun formation. Clap of the hands. She drops back. She's got time. She wants to go deep. Does pat it down just short of midfield. Raspberry, quarterback, back in the secondary. Well, and there's a look at Cornish. She's got an arm on her.
She is a senior. Coach Bryant says she takes the game very, very seriously, and she's always studying.
And she's going to run it. Now she's going to pitch it back on an option. That is back. Jaguars running back down the sideline. Lee.
Jaya Lee with the touchdown on the opening drive. Cornish gives her the handoff, a little pitch. She'll take off and give a little pitch to the side and check out her speed. Just go straight down the sideline, just out sprinting defenders in quick for the Northridge touchdown.
Wow. Sophomore goes the distance, and Northridge scores in the first minute of play. They will go from 4-2 because as is the ball is placed, we'll have to see. That is complete to Lee again. 2-point conversion. Or it may just be counted one, just depending on the spot of the ball.
1.
All right. Scoreboard shows it. 7-0. They were less than 5 yards out.
Quick score there for Northridge on their opening possession. There you see Minor head coach Cameron Robinson in his first year coaching girls flag football. And
we'll look at the Tigers again. Raspberry in quarterback. She wants to throw and said, laterals it back. Trying to get the corner is Atkins. And she's going to pick up a few. Well, that's just like I'm going downfield and
tried to fake out the defender there and just gave a quick little pass to Robinson, who tried to get as many yards as she could.
Truly a safety valve. So they'll regroup the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 4th down according to the marker. That pass is complete over the middle and flagged down after a pickup of 6 or 7.
Defenders everywhere, though, there for Northridge.
Robinson on the catch. Yeah.
And you're going to see a lot of that, Matt. Coach Bryant loves to bring pressure and fluster teams. You know, he says they have a good, solid secondary, and they end up coming up with a lot of interceptions in a game. He said, trust me when I say we're going to bring the pressure every play.
Raspberry right in. She'll pick up a few. And down markers correct now. It'll bring up a 3rd. She wobbling a little, hobbling.
Looks like she's limping just a little bit. And again, Matt, this is where you're going to see how these games wear on you fatigue-wise, playing back-to-back.
She lofts over the middle. That pass almost picked off. Madison King ended up more or less just batting it down. A little under 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play. Jags ahead of the Tigers 7-0. Raspberry claps. Looked to pass briefly. Now she's on the run in midfield. Oh, she makes a great cut down the sideline. Flag pulled about 20 yards out of the touchdown, maybe closer to 10. She hit another gear, but again, she's favoring what looks to be her left leg. She hit the Jets on the corner, Christine.
She sure did. Looks like her right or left knee, Matt, but she's putting her flags back on like she's going to continue to stay in. We'll see what coach decides to do.
She didn't show that limp when she's
staying in at quarterback.
And she's just going to flat-footed launch it into the end zone. That pass is almost caught by a Jaguar and a Gopher. Minor, a Tiger. I think 3 or 4 people touched that ball.
Atkins. Let's check this out again. Raspberry just stands there, bobbles it up. It's touched by a Northridge player, and then they and Kamaya Atkins kind of fight for it, but Atkins comes down with the ball. We'll see where they spot this one.
Looks like both of them came down, and we've got a player down.
It is Raspberry down with coach and a trainer there. Looks like she's holding her right knee.
We kind of saw this one coming. She's holding her head down. She's in more pain than she was in the previous plays.
And you hate to see her leave the game just with her athleticism and what she brings at quarterback for this minor team.
Well, and when she's not at quarterback, she lines up wide receiver and takes handoffs, catches passes, and also plays defense. So she's a major part of minor. Let's see the line of scrimmage. for Minor will be the 6-yard line. Keep in mind it's shorter distance. Oh, they try to razzle-dazzle in the middle, and they get the ball to Robinson. And, boy, the Jaguars had that one sniffed out.
They sure did. Nakina Givens, a sophomore, in at quarterback for Raspberry there on the Minor team.
Wow, that's a loss better than 5 yards. And back to play. Well, we've got a timeout called by Minor. And we'll take a break with the score 7-0 Northridge here on Jeffco Ed TV.
Certainly we need more drivers, but we need folks more than that who want to make a difference.
It's the best job in the world. Bus drivers are doing a tremendous job in receiving kids each day with a smile, sending them home each day with a smile, making a difference in their lives.
Most bus drivers are there to invest in the children as well as to gain an investment for themselves. We're excited that you're interested in being a bus driver trainer. The potential is great about changing lives.
Back to play. Minor avoids the sack on the run. The lefty throws into the end zone. That pass is picked off by the Jaguars. Coming up the sideline with a lot of room. Wow, what speed. She could go all the way. Is that Lee again?
It
It
sure
is Lee again for her second 50-plus yard touchdown.
Let's take another look at this. Givens kind of scrambles and is just going to throw the ball up to see what's there, and it's Jaya Lee from Northridge who's going to bring that one down and just take off down the sidelines. Again, unmatched speed there for the pick six. Northridge adding to its lead here late in the first.
Boy, she has a gear and then another gear. Both her touchdowns came right down in front of us on the near sideline. Now, she goes all the way as Northridge jumps out to a 13-0 lead. The point after is pending. And they'll be going for one. Cornish. There's a snap. And down. There are no fumbles, right? I think I read that somewhere. But one rule book I read, and then there's another one. But that was grounded, so they immediately blew the play dead. So Northridge will maintain a 13-0 lead as you see 4:19 remaining here in the first quarter of play.
Cameron Robinson looking at his team, trying to see if they can find some kind of spark on offense here.
Out of the flat, down. She hurt.
Rachel Toney, just a freshman there, taking the quick little pitch and trying to make something happen.
Back. A whistle for play. And there's Raspberry again. She's on the run. She cuts back with the flag pulled quickly there by the Lady Jags.
That was TK Robinson. She's in at quarterback, and that's something that Coach Robinson had talked about. You know, Kristen Raspberry was going to get the start, but between Kamaya Atkink and TQ Robinson, all three of those ladies were going to get some reps, and we've also seen McKenna Givens as Kristen Raspberry is on the sideline with an injury.
There's a two-hand push pass in basketball, and it falls incomplete. Robinson just kind of ad-libbed that one, it looks like. She's kind of smiling a bit on her own. Oop. High snap, whistle. Offsides on the defense. You can hear it clearly. So, official almost clotheslined a Jaguar. The senior, number 8, Robinson, stays in. Pretty tight formation by the Lady Tigers. There's that pitch. Boy, the Lady Jags were all over that. They'll lose a few.
Again, Matt, you know, we touched on that. They are going to bring the pressure here on defense, and it's what's helped them, you know, kind of see some brightness on their defensive side, even though their record doesn't show it at 1-6. Coach says, I like to bring the pressure and see them fluster.
Robinson rolls right, cuts back left. Now she's limping. Both quarterbacks are limping just a little bit. Good defense played there by Northridge. Girls varsity flag football on Jeffco Ed TV. Final moments. The second quarter, we got a flag. That's a second offsides called on Northridge. They'll mark 5 yards off. And still be third down. A little substitution chaos there. You see the far boundary is in from football regulation, and both end zones are moved up 10 yards too.
Girls flag football field is 10 yards more narrow and 20 yards shorter than a normal football field.
And Givens forgot her flag. Now she's got it. Robinson runs left, pulled down for a drop. Boy, that was nicely read by Northridge. A nice play by Perez. She dropped him for a loss, and that'll bring up fourth down. And it's the end of the first quarter. And you see Northridge has the lead, 13-0 on Jeffco Ed TV.
Hello, Jeffco Ed family. I'm Dr. Beth Miller, Director of Child Nutrition. This school year, we are thrilled to offer free breakfast and lunch at no cost to all students enrolled in in-person learning. As a community eligibility provision district, we encourage all families to take advantage of this opportunity. Our child nutrition program is devoted to providing healthy and nutritious meals to help fuel our students for a day of learning and growth. From crispy Crispitos to fruits and vegetables, it will all be available for free. If a student would like an extra item, those may be purchased. Again, we encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity so we can continue to provide in future years.
Back to action here on Jeffco Ed TV. We are coming to you live from Hueytown High School. It's girls flag football, 7-on-7. Christina Chambers along with Matt Coulter and our great crew on Jeffco Ed TV. As Minor will have the football and they need to get some offense. Obviously on fourth down they're going to punt the midfield. It is taken. The Lady Jag flagged after a return of about 9 yards.
Kristen Raspberry there on the pull. She's back in after going out with a right knee injury right there to end the first quarter. And she is a key piece to this Minor offense at quarterback. You kind of see her limping just a little bit still. We'll see if she can't energize this offense again and see if they can find some momentum here.
There she is. Albright on the return and a nice one for close to 10 yards. Here come the Lady Jags. Cornish, whistle. Handoff was to Dallas Ritchie. Now there's a football name for you. Let's see. They may have just stopped play to make what I would call an equipment adjustment. Fake. Second person with the football. Twists. Flag finally caught up with after an 8-yard gain. Twisting through. That's Lee again. Yeah, I'd get her the football.
Yeah, she already has a touchdown and a pick 6 in the first quarter. She's just a sophomore, but Coach Bryant says she could be the best player he's ever coached or worked with, and he said it's because she has a nose for where she's supposed to be on the ball and always knows where to find it. She's always one you can count on when you need someone to make a play.
Well, she's got size and speed. Cornish back to pass, wants to launch it deep into the end zone. Nice tight spiral. She overthrew the intended receiver. That was Dallas Ritchie.
What a beautiful
Incomplete.
spiral, though, there as Cornish tries to throw deep.
Checks her wristband for the upcoming play. It's third down. There's Lee in the backfield along with Cornish. All wear mouthpieces, I think you've already picked up. Line drive snap. There's Cornish, and she will pitch it off, and that is to Ritchie, who is down out of bounds at around the 10-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
She keeps it, just gives a little pass to Ritchie, who tries to dodge that defender down the sideline, but her flag is pulled. Ritchie, Matt, this is her first time playing. She is group a track kid, always has run track, and Coach says, I haven't seen anyone faster than we've played against, and he said the one thing that she brings to her team is speed, and you saw that on that last play before her flag was pulled.
Well, and a well-designed play by Clancy Bryant. Cornish throws. What a night. Oh, I thought Lee pulled it in just shy of the goal line, but nope. Boy, I like their offense. Coach Bryant knows what he's doing here. Now, when I think of a Coach Bryant out of Tuscaloosa, it goes way, 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 way back.
Yeah, that is right. Coach Bryant, though, started the program at Northridge 5 years ago when the sport just came to the state.
Wow.
Was kind of in a trial year. He coached for about 3 years, left, and went to a different school. So this is his first year back as head coach.
Hand off to Ritchie.
And what you're seeing is kind of the progression, kind of the foundation from what he started 5 years ago.
Well, they really seem well coached on offense. They're all checking their wrists for the play. That's number 10, Elena Cornish at quarterback. Handoff, Lee, right side. She's going for the pylon and obviously gets it as she extends the hand with the football, and Northridge is on the board with another 6. Boy, she can do just about anything. So does that give her a run, a pass, and a pick?
Yep.
All right.
Last week, she had 4 interceptions in their game last week.
Here they go with a 2-point conversion, just for 1, I should say. Cornish got it, gets her flag back. And Northridge now leads 20-0. We're in the second quarter with less than 7 minutes remaining on Jeff Coed TV.
Coach Bryant of Northridge just said it's great to be back. He said, I kind of felt like I never left. A lot of these kids were, 8th, 9th grade when I was there, and now I'm coaching them as seniors. And he said it's been pretty magical to kind of pick up where he left off.
Ritchie does it on offense, turns around, bats down the pass. Bring up a second down. It's been all Lady Jaguars here in the first half. 20-0. With the football, that's Robinson. Cuts the corner, avoids a few tacklers. Finally out of bounds after a pickup of around 10.
Minor trying to get anything going on offense. She kind of looks and just keeps it herself, trying to go up the sideline, but all the defenders putting that pressure on Raspberry as her flag is pulled right there.
Yes, it was Raspberry, not Robinson. And Minor with the football, trailing 20. Down marker says first. Raspberry has time. Now she's on the run, and she's got some green in front of her. Makes one tackler miss, scoots down the sideline for what would be about the 25-yard line.
Dallas Ritchie there of Northridge with the pull.
And Raspberry will put it back on. Are they all red and green? One team has red, one team has green. I mean, and I'm asking you a question because I'm ignorant. I don't know the answer.
I think your flags can be yellow as well.
Okay.
It just depends on what your school has.
All right. Snap back to Raspberry. She wants to throw deep. She does throw deep. Incomplete right at the 5-yard line. She's been going at it for a game and a half now, or close to it. She's a little winded. Plus, she got banged up, Christina.
Yep. And this is where these games, these back-to-back games, are really going to test your fitness.
Second down. Bobble snap and ball on the ground. That's a dead ball. There's Kristen Raspberry, the senior. They'll lose about 10 on that one. .320 remaining here in the second quarter. Minor trying to get on the board. They're going to launch it deep. And that pass is batted away by Dallas Ritchie.
She almost had that one brought in for the interception. Minor just trying to get anything to work, to find anything to find the end zone.
Raspberry still in at quarterback, a little banged up. Takes the snap, wants to throw. No, now she's on the run. Makes one tackler miss, another as she scoots down inside the 10. She's going to glide into the end zone. Touchdown, Kristen Raspberry, and Minor needed that one.
They sure did. Let's take a look at this. She's looking, doesn't see anything, and keeps it. Is what she's been doing well at in both these games. Is takes off down the sideline. Defenders miss pulling her flags, and she gets Minor on the board with a touchdown there.
Looks like they're going to go for 2. And why not? See, they'll mark the ball about 5 yards deeper. They need to get what appears on your screen to the 10, which is the goal line. Launching it, Raspberry, ball batted away. Guess who? Dallas Ritchie's there again. Boy, she sees the whole field. Well, not just sees, she covers it. So 1:47 remaining in first half of play. Minor's on the board, but Northridge still leads at 20-6.
What a beautiful night for some girls flag football.
I was just thinking the same thing. I mean, it is beautiful. Although it has been hotter than normal for this time of year, the humidity is down, and right now we've got a breeze. It's very comfortable. Hey, this week's game of the week, Friday night, we're going to go to Mortimer, Jordan, and guess what? We'll have the Minor Tigers along with us again. Slide down on the play after a pickup of a couple. But anyway, you can watch that game live right here on Jeff Coed TV. Our pregame show will start at 6:30. There you go, our game day. All right, Northridge with the football. See what they're going to do with a buck and a half left here. Put in a backup quarterback. She throws deep. That is complete along the far sideline. And gliding into the end zone for the touchdown is
Jemiah Banks, a freshman wide receiver. That was thrown by Ava Aaron, also a freshman. She launches it deep, and Jemiah Banks is there with the catch and takes off for the end zone.
You might have caught Minor a little flat-footed. Different quarterback, freshman quarterback in. You're just going to run a couple plays into the half. Instead, she takes the snap, launches it deep, Banks touchdown.
Banks scored her first touchdown last week, and Coach says she's becoming more of an asset each week as she learns the game. She's new to this. She first year playing. She's very young, just a freshman like we've talked about. Coach says she has raw talent, but each week he sees her just progressing in her knowledge of the game and their playbook.
Aaron will stay in for a 1-point attempt. Snap. She's just going to run the football and glide in. Ink Minor was anticipating a pass and didn't get it. Boy, so Aaron comes in, the freshman, throws a 50-yard touchdown pass, and then turns around, runs it in for a 1-point conversion, and that gives Northridge a 27-6 lead, as you see with all ones, 1:11 remaining here in the first half of play. Nice play. High fives. So Minor, with just a little over a minute remaining, try and score. Maybe break into double digits here. Tough task, so length of the field to go. That's Raspberry on the run, and she can. One flag, tackler missed, and now she is rolled out of bounds, and that is not good because she landed on her left side once again. And that's where, she's in pain. Well, no, she's frustrated, and there is a big difference.
She is playing through some pain, Matt. You can see her. You can tell that hurt her. She went out in the first quarter holding her knee. Take another look at that. She tries to get around these defenders down the sideline, using that sideline to her advantage, and kind of gets tripped up outside, is holding that right knee that she was holding in the first quarter. So she's being escorted by the trainer back to the sideline to kind of check on her, see what's going on with her. So we'll have McKenna Givens, the sophomore, back in at quarterback.
Well, Minor wants to run the ball, but they've got a little work to do. The coach is on the field. Oh, actually, they're not because they're 10 yards in. My bad. Incomplete pass. It's a little deceiving to me. You see them literally on the field, but they're not. You can see the small cup / pylon.
Yep, and the clock will stop inside the 2-minute warning of the second and the fourth quarter when there's an incomplete pass or someone runs out of bounds.
Robinson, incomplete pass. Givens was in on the play. 27-6 Northridge over Minor. Just the waning seconds. This may be the last play of the first half. Snap. Robinson. Flag pulled down. A nice defensive play for a loss. There's Lee again making another play.
We're being told on the sidelines, Matt, that Kristen Raspberry, the senior quarterback, number 0, just went out on that previous series or play. She is not expected to come back in as she went out in the first quarter and then here late in the second.
Yeah, she was rolled up real quick on the far sideline with a little bit of contact, but she fell on that already injured leg, and perhaps, I hope we see her again, but perhaps not. Hey, we're going to take a break at the half. Northridge is leading Minor by a score of 27-6 on Jeffco Ed TV.
Introducing the brand new app for Jefferson County Schools. It's everything Jefferson County Schools in your pocket. This is the home screen. Tap the 3 horizontal lines in the bottom left to see all the menu items. To turn on push notifications, tap Settings, select Notification Preferences, and allow notifications. Tap Subscriptions to subscribe to your school. The Events section shows a list of events throughout the school. You can use this button to add an event to your calendar, or tap here to share the event with friends and family. The feed is where you'll find updates from administration about what's going on throughout the school, whether that's celebrating a student success or reminding you about an upcoming deadline. Search Jefferson County Schools Alabama in the App Store or Play Store to explore the app for yourself. It's everything Jefferson County Schools in your pocket.
Hello, Jeffco Ed family. I just wanted to take this time to say thank you to the teachers of Jefferson County Schools. I appreciate everything that you do and how the commitment and dedication that you give every day that you come to service our children and to service our families. Thank you for your compassion. Thank you for your relationships that you have formed with our children. And thank you for ensuring that our children are achieving and learning. You are our boots on the ground, and without you, we would not be as successful as we are. And just know that you're loved and you're appreciated by not only your students, your coworkers, the families you serve, but by me. Thank you for everything that you do.
We are Minor High School, where every day we set the standard through the Minor way. At Minor High School, we are Jeffco Ed Strong.
Welcome, we are Hueytown High. Every day is a great day to be a Golden Gopher. We are Jeffco Ed Strong.
We are back. Hueytown, Alabama at the half, and Northridge is in control over Minor. At the very beginning of our broadcast here, we gave the starting lineups for Hueytown and Minor, but couldn't squeeze it in at the top of this broadcast, so let's give just due to the Northridge Jaguars. And, now we can comment on which one have been unlike you doing it at the beginning of the game. Cornish and Lee.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jaya Lee has touchdown, a pick six. She one through the air, another touchdown on the ground. The first 20 points go to her. And then in the second quarter, you had Aaron in at quarterback to Jemiah Banks to get the 27-6 score there for Northridge.
We make calls to these coaches and want to talk with them, and I didn't hear back from Coach Bryan of Northridge. But let me read you his text, okay? Sorry, Mr. Coulter, I missed your call earlier. My wife went into labor last night, and our son arrived this morning. So it's been a bit hectic. I'll bet so. So if you have any questions, call me. If not, on the sideline for this game will be Coach Alicia Ware. I think we can say that's okay, Coach. Didn't need to call back.
No worry. I talked to him yesterday afternoon, but he didn't mention that.
Well,
but, hey, first off, congratulations, Coach,
yes,
to you and your family on your new baby boy. That's exciting news right there. And we hope you get some sleep. You may not get a lot of rest coaching, but now you got to throw that into the mix. But
I think there's probably a pretty good chance that he's watching.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think?
I hope so.
Congratulations, Coach. That's really cool. And I promise you this, that excuse is perfectly okay.
100%.
Kids are so great. Well, congratulations. And by the way, your Lady Jags are looking pretty good right now. Minor has the football, though. They trail 27-6. An odd pitch back. And a flag pulled back in the backfield. The flag was pulled by Olds. There she is, the linebacker. Who, me?
Amariah Olds is a freshman. Very tough, and Coach says she's a cheerleader of the team, always trying to hype everybody up, and it's very infectious on the field.
There's the pass up into the air. Lee picks it off. The 10, the 5, in for the touchdown goes Jahia Lee, her fourth touchdown.
Fourth touchdown and second pick six on the night there.
She is everywhere. She drives the bus, too.
She's just building on what she did last week. She had 4 interceptions in their last game.
Northridge, following the touchdown, will go for 1. The ball is spotted on the 2-3 yard line. That's the 3. Cornish stays in. Now, nope, she's going to swap positions with Johnson. Motion. Johnson's going to, I thought they were going to catch that. 2 in motion towards the line of scrimmage. Did you see what Miners Tony did? The play had been called dead, and so both players were just kind of at ease, but she said, what the heck? She pulled the flag anyway. All the belt and everything off. Dead ball, as I can hear from the officials. So they go back to the line of scrimmage, and they'll be 5 yards deeper. Cornish is now back at quarterback. Now, actually, she's a tight end. Now they're going to move it back. So it will require 8 yards to cross the goal line and get them but the 1 because they declared earlier. You go, all right. Quarterback sneak, or keeper, I should say, into the end zone. And there's a 1-point conversion for the Lady Jags.
Sydney McGahee, a senior there, with the extra point. Northridge adds to its lead 34-6 here in the third quarter with 10:01 left.
Well, and just got a text from Coach Bryan. He is indeed watching. With son, by the way, I might add. It says that here.
And that's
watching
special in
with
itself, too.
Watching with the little man. All right. Minor with the football. A couple of minutes into the third quarter. They need to get some offense going. Tripped up, falling forward. And that's Robinson again. Don't need to get her banged up.
There is a flag on the play.
All right, let's check the flag. It's going to be against Northridge. First down. That looked like a 10 or 15 yarder, though, a major infraction. Robinson out of the gun, immediately tries to sweep left. She gets along the boundary, weaves in and out across midfield. She'll get 20-plus yards on the carry. Your backup quarterback showing out.
She's been all over the field tonight, Matt, just trying to get anything going for her team as they trail Northridge 34-6.
And you know, you're 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Keep in mind they already played three quarters in the opener. On the run, Robinson throws, pass just outside the extended hands of Rachel Toney, who's played a lot here, the freshman, in the second half.
Remind you, Matt, that if a team is leading by 21 points or more at the end of the third quarter, they will call the game here. So we'll see if they can put some more points on the board as this clock ticks down.
Robinson runs to the line, then throws. Dropped in and out of the hands of Rachel Toney, the intended target the last couple of plays. That one had 6 written on it. And by the way, to address what Christina was just talking about, 21 points going in the fourth quarter. That happened to Minor versus Hueytown in our opener. Again, starting quarterback Kristen Raspberry went down the opening seconds of the third quarter. We've got a stoppage in play. That's deep in the Minor backfield. Yeah, he's got a water bottle right there where it's handy.
When it's hot out there and they're running up and down the field.
Yeah, and you know, we talk about it being nice and cool, comfortable up here. We've even got air conditioner on, but it's not. And it's, you know, when you have the artificial surface, I believe it's hotter.
I
Robinson
agree with that.
on the run, flag pulled at about the 20, which is on the field about the 30.
Kennedy Perez there for Northridge on the pull.
Robinson gathering up her flags, Belton flags for Minor High School. Minor came in at 0-1. They lost the opener to Hueytown. And Robinson's on the run, tries to get the corner, cuts back, weaving her way, trying to get to the end zone. No flag pulled, touchdown, Minor.
That's exactly what they need, Matt, to kind of spark this offense here. She's kind of weaving in and out of defenders, and no one can get there to pull her flag. You can see the excitement there from her as she takes the handoff and runs it all the way in.
Well, and right now, it's a 21-point lead. So you got to get one here. But they are going for 2. High snap, Robinson tosses, and that ball is dropped. Should have been picked off by Annalee Johnson. But that means the margin remains at 21. So they need to score again here before the end of the third quarter. Although, we replaying this? No. Looks like Northridge ball as you continue to look there to Claria Robinson, the senior. Cornish back to pass. Looks like a slow developing play. It'll get 5 as it is complete to Lee.
One thing about Cornish is Coach says, you know, Northridge and Tuscaloosa, the University of Alabama band field has a practice field, and he said when she's not practicing at school or working on her studies, he said she is always practicing on the band practice field. He said her work ethic is unmatched, and that's what's really impressed him this year.
Well, it shows. She's back to pass. Little rush from Minor. She's going to toss it short, incomplete, intended for Johnson. Well, I do see a flag deep back close to where Cornish is standing. Next up, we've got Northridge and Hueytown. Northridge breaks the huddle. Cornish, she is flanked tightly by 2 running backs. She fakes to 1, looks to option, still on her feet. Flag pulled after a pickup of 8. Cornish delivers the ball back. I just throw out a compliment here to Northridge. And you know, you will agree with this. The uniforms and their numerals are fantastic. And by the way, not that there's anything wrong with Miners, you can just see them from up here. Cornish moves right, wants to throw back, does. That is complete to Ritchie. She'll get a sizable gain. They need to get right to midfield. Three minutes remaining in the third quarter of play, and Minor's got to get the ball back and put something on the board. Trying to check and see and give credit to Sydney McGay. She's the center, and has been perfect.
She sure has. Kamaya Atkink on that one with the penalty there, encroachment. She has to, where they put the second cone from the center, that's how far back the defenders have to be, and she was encroached in on that mark, and that's what they called the penalty.
Great pickup and great explanation. Thank you. Cornish steps up. On the run. Nope, she's going to stop. She's going to throw. That is complete to Lee. Lee cuts back into the middle of the field and into the end zone. That is 5 touchdowns. Wow. What a play.
If you had an MVP, we know it's her today. So Cornish tosses to her. She kind of weaves in and out between some defenders and just sprints it in. Again, Coach really impressed with her speed and her work ethic. And he said her attitude and effort is really what's propelled her to a whole new level, and you're seeing it here.
They're going to go for 1 as they will try and extend it to 40. Different person behind center. That is Darnell. Did she get in? Northridge seems to think so, but no, there's the flag way back here. Minor twirling it. So it will remain 39-12 with 1:32 remaining here in the third quarter. And again, go over the 21 plus.
Yeah, if a team is leading by 21 points or more after the third quarter, the game is over. So we saw that in game 1, and this trends in that same direction as we have 1:10 left on the clock here.
And counting. Robinson keeps it on her left hip, on her left hand, and out of bounds. Her entire belt pulled off there after a pickup of about 5.
That is Givens, McKenna Givens at
All right.
quarterback.
Thank you.
In there. Sometimes their numbers get crunched up with the back and with the flags, and it's hard to tell here in the press box. But McKenna Givens, a sophomore from Minor, in at quarterback.
So that's at least their third player taking snaps back there. This time it's Robinson, and she's weaving out again, and nobody pulled the flag. She's at midfield. She stops. She cuts back. Robinson on the run. Robinson's going to go all the way for the touchdown. Big score by Minor. Go for 2.
She is not stopping there. She keeps it and weaves in and out, Matt. Sprints all the way down. The fight and the push and the never give up mentality of this Minor team, and Robinson there on that play to add 6 more points to the board.
So they'll attempt a 2-point conversion by virtue of where they dropped the yellow cone. That would appear to be 1, going for 1. Yeah. And they're not going to get anything, as breaking through was Hawkins. Hawkins is just an 8th grader. How about that? And by virtue of my math, if that ends the third quarter, we're going to the 4th. Am I doing my math right here? That's 21, isn't it? 39 to 18. But the teams are huddling up on this sideline. You can see in white there's the Lady Jags. On the far boundary, Minor is strolling to huddle around their coach Robinson. You got me.
We'll see what they decide.
Hey, wave to all your fans, Christina. And there's my one. My wife's watching.
There you go.
Oh, and there's Rocket and Jake. Kenneth's back there somehow. He's wearing a cap with a headset on. He's beneath the exit sign, and that may be by design.
We'll see what they decide to do here as we get ready for the 4th quarter of play here at Hueytown High School.
It looks like they're going to continue to play. So I thought that the mercy rule would be instituted here, but it is the 4th quarter, 39-18. And that's about all I got to say about that. We'll get an explanation from the booth next door. Or are they replaying the conversion? No, that's not it, because Cornish is out. And Jags have the football. Cornish claps. A little bumble with the snap. Now she's on the run. She throws downfield. That pass is picked off. It is picked off by Givens.
What a play there for the sophomore, being there at the right time, kind of anticipating that play. Cornish throws. Givens just ahead of that offensive player and just takes it, and her flag is pulled, but the interception is all you need.
The sophomore has been called a lot here in this football game. She's a good player. Run that thing. That is a good look at Cameron Robinson. As clock starts again. Here's Robinson. Boy, has she been dangerous here in the second half. This time, though, she is flagged after a pickup, maybe a couple.
We did find out from the sidelines earlier that senior quarterback Kristen Raspberry will not come in, as we mentioned earlier, but trying to save prevent any kind of type of injury. She is a starter on the basketball team here, and we know their season's just shortly around the corner as well.
Pass broken up nicely by Kamaya Atkin. Robinson, your quarterback, she's gone most of the way here in the second half due to the injury you just referenced. So, about 20 yards out. Robinson starts, cuts. That time they got her flag. Second person pulling the flag there was Hawkins. Again, she's just the 8th grader. And getting playing time. Significant. 10:18 remaining and counting. Robinson, the senior quarterback, gets the high snap, throws, pass is deflected down around the 10-11 yard line.
And Mariah Olds on that deflection there for Northridge.
She's just a 9th grader. Minor huddles. Uh-oh, is Robinson limping? She looked like she was favoring her left leg.
And a couple of substitutions in there, Matt, like you talk about, maybe to give her a breather.
Yeah, they're flipping it. Back to pass, Cornish. Head is complete out of the flat. Makes the flag miss. Up the sideline. Darnell. Touchdown, Lady Jaguars. Sophomore. 50-yard plus touchdown, and there's Lady who threw it. That's Cornish.
Wide open. She makes the catch and just turns upfield. Uses her speed down the sideline in for the score.
And make it 45-18, point after pending. There's number 10, that's Cornish. Alana Cornish, the senior. And they'll be going for one. Cornish is at the right part of your screen. She's the tight end. You're going to try and run for it. Going back the other way. And she thought her flag was pulled. It wasn't. She walked a couple more feet, had her flag pulled right at the goal line.
And Matt, that's one thing that, you know, both these coaches have to reiterate to their team, like keep going, kind of like running through the play, because you may sit here and think that your flag is pulled and it's not, and you could score. And this is a prime example of that. She tries to go, her flag's not pulled, she thinks it is, and she's right there at the goal line and her flag is pulled.
And alertly pulled by the defender for Minor. I'm trying to catch and see if it was Orr. Not sure. Minor with the football. There's a handoff. Robinson is tacked in the back by Lee. She's everywhere. Just a sophomore, too. Looks like she's going to get a breather. Probably needs it. That'll bring up second down for Minor. Robinson, quick snap over the head. Once it hits the ground, that is a fumble, and that is the new line of scrimmage. Not sure she was quite ready for that one, although it was high. Yeah, I'll mark the line of scrimmage. As Christina pointed out, green is go and yellow is as far as you can go as a defender. That ball's dropped on the ground. That's another loss, and that's right at the goal line. See what the call is here, because they have to down it because it's a fumble just outside the goal line. I guess, is that a turnover on down, so they get the ball at the half-yard line?
Looks like Minor's going to punt.
There you go. Thank you. A lot of substitutions going on there. Snap by Whitman. They dropped that. Not a little
Safety.
knowledge here. Make that a safety. Robinson just chunks the ball to the other end of the field. And I think that's not Robinson, by the way. That's Givens. A little frustration, a little fun, maybe all at the same time.
When they go back, they'll watch film on these first two games and see what they did right and see what they did wrong, as you do when you watch film. But both these teams can take away a lot playing in a round-robin set of games here this evening.
They walk to the other end of the field where possession of football being the Jaguars.
Northridge head coach Clancy Bryant says, playing in games like this, it's not traditional. He said, but there's a lot of merit to it, and it's all about how you respond after this first game. Obviously, Northridge with the 47-18 lead with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They're in control of this one, so we'll see what kind of adjustments they make heading into a matchup against Hueytown immediately following this game, and how Hueytown responds after their first game. They've had a little break, so can they hype themselves back up and bring that same energy after having a game off?
Line of scrimmage is moved out to what appears on your screen as the 40, but will be more like the 30 because the playing field is shortened. There's the pitch back. Cornish to Darnell. She's going to do it again. Can she be caught from behind? No. Touchdown. Darnell, a wide receiver, takes it and goes 50 yards for the touchdown. She has got some speed now.
Cornish
it's just a pitch back.
Takes it, pitches it, and there goes Darnell around the defenders and just down the sideline. No one can catch her. Her speed unmatched as she goes in for her second touchdown of the night.
Just a sophomore, and that's ball game. They're going to mercy rule it at 50. Let's see what the final score is. Well, they're backing it up on me. But it is a mercy rule, and Northridge will win it for Coach Bryant. How about that?
That's special. Coach, we hope you're enjoying this game.
Yep.
Game one. We'll see what your team can do in the next one against Hueytown. But off to a great start here tonight, and how special it is for him holding his baby boy as he watches his
That's
team
so
play.
cool. All right, you see the Jags are celebrating, and they'll be playing in Game 3 here on Jeffco Ed TV. They'll be playing against homestanding Hueytown, and we'll have that game coming up